Hi, I'm Abby, and welcome to another episode of Nightly Whispers. And today I am going to share with you about something that happened last week. I did not know that this was going to happen, but God has His own plans, so yay! I just came back from a barbecue, so that's why I may look super exhausted. So we can watch this as, I don't know, maybe a podcast or just for an English listening test. I have no idea. You can treat this video as I don't know, whatever. It's fine. I'm just doing this for fun, okay? Okay, so from the last video, you would know that I was preparing for my TOEIC test out, and so last Monday, I went online to see what score did I get, and I got a 960 on my TOEIC listening and reading part. So that means that I am one more step closer for my college applications. And right now I have the score of 350 on my speaking and writing comprehension, but I am going to retake it this Sunday again to get a 360, or I won't be able to apply to most colleges that I would like to apply to. And so what happened that day was I was preparing for an exam-like situation the day before my exams, 110 minutes on reading and listening. And by the time that I finished, I only had 5 minutes to spare. So I only have 5 minutes to revise and to double check my answers. But then something really magical and a miracle happened the next day on my test. I was about to be late for my test because my brother is in the south side of the city, and my test center is at east, so my mom had to drop my brother off at the bus station, and I was almost late, and my brother was 1 minute late, so he could still he did end up taking the test. Anyways, as I was taking the test, it's not the exact same questions, but it was the same type of reading familiar. And so I didn't know why, but that day when I finished writing, I still had 25 minutes. I was super fast that day. I didn't know how I did it, but maybe it was extreme concentration, and because I had a grasp of how to know what the main points are. So for me, I went for the reading part, I went from the types of parts that most require patience, and then I worked my way down, articles and conversations first, and then I went on to grammar. Because I realized if I do grammar first, then I wouldn't have patience for reading. But if I do reading first, then when I do grammar, I would think that, I could just quickly read through this. And because I already did the hard part first, so this was easy for me. And so I wouldn't feel as pressured. it requires a bit of practice. I don't recommend just changing up your way of taking an exam on the exam day. So make sure to practice at least maybe a night before, because if you practice a night before, then you would at least have some familiarity of it. And I know this part is going to be so unfair to other people, but I didn't really practice much because I had summer school, and I didn't really particularly practice for TOEIC, but I was already consuming a lot of reading questions, reading practices in school because we were preparing for our mock test. And I don't know, maybe every English class we had maybe 20 or 30 minutes of practice of reading, just for mock. And then there was writing also, so I guess that's why it was faster. Actually, today's main takeaway is that remember to pray. Prayer is one of the most powerful things in the world, besides fasting. But more importantly, something really important happened during the week of my test. I took the test that Sunday, and so that Sunday I didn't listen to my sermon. But when I arrived to my church that noon for my syllabus, I realized that almost every person I know in my church had prayed for me and my brother for this test. Everyone I knew prayed for me and my brother, which is what the heck, because my church is 200 people or something, and to me that's a lot, because I had 3 or 4 families in my old church, and in this new church I have so many people, and they I didn't even know that many people. Well, maybe I do, but they mostly know my mom because of her testimony and blah 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 blah, blah, whatever. But the thing is, there were people praying for me. It wasn't just me and my mom and maybe our church group. It was beyond everything that I've ever imagined. So the main takeaway is always pray before you do anything. Pray before you study. Pray before you go to an exam. Pray before you get out, start your day, especially before you start your day. For me personally, I go on, I pray when I go to school. On my way to school, I would just walk and then pray in my mind. And then I would get angry at my brother because he doesn't know I'm praying, but now he does know that I pray during my walks to school, so he won't bother me anymore, so yay! But yeah, prayer is important. And there is this phrase that one of my leaders at church said to us in youth group, when you open your mouth, when you pray, the second you pray, God would be in an action. So you pray, God will be in action. Remember that. So this is a retake for the scripture because I forgot a verse. So actually the verse for today's video is Job chapter 5 verse 8 to 9.
Job chapter 5 verse 8 to 9.
But if I were you, I would appeal to God. I would lay my cause before Him for this video. Like for example, it would be my TOEIC, and verse 9 says that He performs wonders that cannot be fathomed, miracles that cannot be counted. So, yes, He performs miracles. Yes, He performs wonders and they cannot be counted. But first thing first, you need to lay your cause before Him. Okay.